Okay, I've got a Football Manager question for you. Put yourself in my shoes. Not that you're a YouTuber or anything. I mean, put in my shoes in the save, okay? I'm doing this journeyman. I'm in Egypt. You've decided that you want to stay in Egypt, see if you can conquer Egypt. Okay, you get 2 job offers. Okay, after searching for 7-8 months, spending 15 hours of your life hitting continue and listening to podcasts, you get 2 job offers. One is a team in the 2nd division, currently top of their league, doing well. Wage budget 19,000, which is almost 4 times the previous club's wage budget. Flying high, 10 wins in a row. Okay, that's one club. They look like good, everything's good. Okay, financially, they're okay finances. They're in the red, but there's no debt, etc. They've got 13,000 season tickets, 20,000 seater stadium. Okay? That is one club. The other job offer is a top division side. After 13 games, they are bottom of the top division with 1 win. They have a wage budget of 19,000. Few quid either there, but it's basically the same wage budget. They have a 30,000 seater stadium, slightly bigger stadium, but they only have got, I think, about 3,000 season ticket holders as opposed to 13,000 in the 2nd division. They are obviously on terrible form. They're overspending a little bit. Benefits being, clearly, that they are where we desperately want to be. They are in the division we want to be. The transfer window is about to open as well. But I think all the wages is being used. The 2nd division club, the benefits are, it's a high wage for that division, right? It's 19,000. It's high wages. And they're doing really well. But, as we've seen, you have to finish top to get into the playoffs to get promoted. So, a very hard route to get into that top division. I really want to know, in the comments, what you would do. Put yourself in my shoes. What would you do? Take the top division, try and rescue them, knowing that if you can keep them up in that first season with half the season left, you're only about 7 points clear of getting out. So it's definitely doable, but obviously they're struggling and they're on the lower side of the wages. But if you can, you're golden, right? You're staying in the big league. That's where we want it to be, the golden land, if you will. Or you go for the 2nd division side because maybe it's set up a little bit and they're okay financially. The other team is insecure finances, and in the interview process they said considerable financial problems, etc., etc. Which, let me know your thought process in the comments below, and let me know which team you'd pick. Greetings and salutations, my friends, and welcome to Al Ittihad Airways. No, Al Ittihad, is it a sporting club? Is it probably? No, Al Ittihad Alexandria. I chose the 2nd division team. I decided, by the way, just so fully aware, I have recorded this video before. The mic OBS, just for fun. The OBS occasionally, just for a giggle, decides to reset the microphone to not my microphone. Just changes it for some reason in the properties to none. Not enough that it makes me regularly check, but just enough to piss me off. So, yeah. So I decided on Al Ittihad. They are top of the league. They've only lost 1 game. It's very close. It's probably 3, maybe 4 horse race for the second half of the season. Financially wise, they are 603 grand in debt, but actually recovering from that, it seems, every season. Even the projection says 683, which is actually really good because the finances in this game are broken. I think we've got the same accountants as like Barcelona or something because, yeah, whatever. We are currently spending 15 grand on wages and we have 19 and a half. So we have almost as much wages to spend as our entire budget before. Right? So that's Lovely. The reason I picked this, and I'll show you the other one, the other one has a better name. They are military production. Now, if they had a big fucking tank, right, on their badge, that genuinely might have been enough for me to pick them. But they don't. They're both poor badges. We move on. Season tickets, look, 2,549, and they're £1 each. 15,000, £3 each. They're just a lot better run, and now the reason why is they were a top division side for like a long, long time. They're an old club. They've been around for over 100 years. They dropped down a few years ago, and they've just almost got there. Another good thing, they don't even want me to get promoted this season. Top half, and they don't even care what sort of football we play. And obviously, it makes sense that if you take over a team that's doing well, and I did check beforehand, they're playing a 4-2-3-1, so I'm just going to essentially repeat that, then it's a lot easier just to carry on. Morale is good, everybody's happy, rather than trying to dig military production out of a big hole, a crater, if you will. And we're ahead of Aluminium. We're not in the same division, sadly. But yeah, I just, to me, this one made more sense because they were in massive debt, military production, and let's say they only wanted me to fight bravely against relegation. But if I did get relegated, like, look at the rough wages here, right? There's a couple of guys on 1,000 plus, okay? We've got £4,000 left over. If we look at military production, bearing in mind they told me they had the same budget, okay? These guys, there is like 12 players over £1,000. There's a guy on £2,000. Right? It's not even that good. So I think they're way overspending. We would have to slash the budget. So then if we did get relegated, we'd probably have to slash it in half at this point. It would be really difficult. So I think this is the right choice, despite the fact it's really hard to get promoted. But I think with the team we've got, we do rely quite heavily on loanies, I've noticed this season. If we look at appearance-wise, some of our highest appearance makers are all loaney players, but there are some good ones in there. But with £4,500 or whatever the wages is, I can bring in £4,000 players and really spice this up. I'm worried about, look at the form. We don't concede very many goals either. So that's a little bit tricky. The team dynamics, they're a little bit, don't have the most support, but maybe I'm a little bit underqualified. Yeah, I'm opposed by this random team leader who isn't that much of a sort of leadership, 10 leadership. He's only 21. And he's on a £1,100 a week, and he's not even one of our best players. But he is a local legend. The team itself, I'll take you through some of the major ones, because I've already done this once. So I've mastered this. I've memorised everyone. Nasir Meyer is our best goalkeeper. He's a bit of a beast. He's got no acceleration. His rushing out tendency is okay. His one-on-ones is okay. So maybe he's just better off as a standard goalkeeper. But he's only 21. He's very good. He is slight concern. He does want to move to a bigger team, but he's under contract. We can use him for a couple of years. We've got some good loanies. And then our next best player is Ibrahim Bassouni, who's, like, comparatively to what we had before, he is Lionel fucking Messi. He's very good. Going to go for I think my favourite formation this year, as you know, is 4-2-3-1. They were already using that before I came in, so I'm like, don't rock the boat. They win all their games and they don't concede any goals. So that's what we're going to do. They don't have any debt, which is great. There's one good youth player that I bought through Mohamed Shaban. We'll say he's the brother. He looks pretty decent as well. There's no other good youth players. We have already had youth intake preview. It's okay. Our facilities are also fine. They're all like average and stuff like that. There is one thing I want to show you. Sit down for this. Let me find them. I thought, you know what? Let's see how Proxy are doing. 9th in the league. Brilliant. They're carrying on the good work, the foundations that we laid in. Let's see how everybody's doing, shall we? That's what I thought. There's no harm in that. Innocent thoughts. Well, the team's looking a bit small. Redder, they've sent Redder out on loan. That's weird. That's okay, because they've got Gamal, haven't they? No, they haven't. Oh, actually, where's Farouk? Oh, he's gone as well, is he? What is going on here? They got rid of Mahmoud, right? Our star player of the season last season, 7.31 average. I don't think his contract was even running out, because I would have remembered. So, just decided to get rid of him. They sold Faramway for 2k, Farouk for 1,100, Gamal for 1,700 quid. Hello! What is going on there? Why have you sold all the players for no money whatsoever? This guy? I don't even remember him. So so God knows. I don't know what's happened there. They've bought a load of freebies in. Like, the debt wasn't that bad. And the club are putting in money. I have no idea what the new manager has decided to do there. This makes literally the 3 players that I put on my shortlist because they were the best players are all gone. So yes. Also, our best striker is this guy Yusuf El Huisiani. He's very good. Not great in the air. We won't be using a target man. I'm thinking of using a poacher. To just push him on as far as play off the last line because he's quick and he's got good first touch and finishing and all that good stuff, good composure. And then I'm thinking of playing the other guy as either an attacking midfielder attacker or a shadow striker. I think those roles work well together, and I think that really attacking number 10 works well. They're going to be our goals. Our other players are the wingers. We've got another Shabs. A very, very basic, bog standard left winger. He's not that great. Who played the most? Emad. He's a good right winger, but he's just bog standard right winger, and a couple of others that just do the same. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to try just playing 2 out and out wingers with this one. Rather do something a little bit different. We've got decent backup strikers. So with the $4,000 in wages. If I make a budget, like, because we've got no money and we only get 20%, could I can bosh out a couple of, like, potentially if I go 110 grand, that would give me 17. So that give me $2,000. So potentially buy a couple of 20, 30 grand players, which at our level is, there's no money in Egypt. So they're going to be biting me hand off, aren't they, if I offer 30 grand for a couple of players? We saw that the good players from Proxy went for $2,000. Less than that. So I think we can do some work, and I think the areas of improvement are we need full-back depth, we need another centre-back, we need a DM, and we need one more winger, probably, a left winger, because we've got this guy, he's right-footed, right? Yeah, so we need a out-and-out left winger, because the ones we've got, like, he's okay. He's 2-footed as well, so he can be back up. We need a first choice left winger is the main one. He's a lefty, but not a winger. He's more of a striker. But yeah, so I think honestly, if you'd seen the video I recorded previously, which had no sound, let me just check it. Yeah, sound. Hello, check. I ummed about the decision to take the job because I'd been offered this job first, but then I'd offered an interview at Military Production that went really well. And I was like, started the video, and for like 10 minutes, I was just debating whether or not to go, which way to go. I think in a normal league system, I think this is the better job. Players are on form, morale is good, players are well, good budget for the league, bosh, let's get promoted, jabblies, right? But this is not a normal league system. This is hard to get out of. Even if you win your league, you're not necessarily up. So that changes things slightly, but I still think it's the better option to go for this one. You've got to go to Military Production on a smaller budget and somehow manage to pick a team up that's won 1 out of 13 games and turn that around. And then if you don't, you probably won't lose your job, but you will then have to get promoted through this nightmare system of promotion, whilst also cutting the wage budget because they are critically financial damage. I think I made the right decision. Right, we shall end it there. I'm going to do some transfers now. I'm a little bit worried about carrying on this form. We need to just I'm just going to go with what they do before and essentially carry on, lads, while we bring the transfers in. But I'm going to do a little bit of work. We go fix it. This is honestly about as good as I could have hoped for job-wise to have this sort of wage budget in this level. Can we actually see on the... what am I looking at? Stats. Team detailed. Salary. We are in the top 21. So 674k. Remember, there's 6 divisions, right? So even though there's some big boys, I think Aluminium are in our team, are in our league. I still think this is way better. It's almost quadruple what we had before. And we finished mid-table. And they're top of the league. I think it's the right decision. Let me know. Am I going mad? Should I have just taken the top job and gone for it? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would have done. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies if there's not any Portugal videos this week. There's been some real life stuff that's been going on that's prevented me. And also this has taken absolutely fucking literally days to get to this point of hitting continue. I've listened to so many podcasts. Yeah, real life stuff. Not bad stuff. Good stuff. But I don't want to jinx it. It might be house related. Yeah, and I've had to do lots of adulting. Talk about septic tank outlets and stuff. Oh, God. Yeah, so anyway, good problem to have. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to announce something soon. Fingers crossed. Cross your fingers. I know you don't really know what it's for, but just cross your fingers anyway. And also, if you're a Patreon supporter, please don't cancel. Please don't cancel. I am about to be penniless. In a good way. I can't complain. I'm very lucky. But yeah, please don't just cancel. Everybody cancel out of the blue because I'll be doomed. Okay. Enough guilt tripping. Good. Right. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm genuinely interested what you'd have done because I think it's actually a very fun, interesting decision between the 2 jobs. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.